Okay, let's jump in and unpack a really crucial topic. Identity management systems, IMS.
Hmm.
I mean, the way we all work now, it's cloud, it's SaaS platforms everywhere, people working remotely. Your identity is basically the new front door.
It is the new perimeter. Absolutely. The old idea of securing the network edge just doesn't work anymore.
Not at all. If you don't control the identity, you're vulnerable from the start.
And that's really our mission here, to distill what that means. An IMS, at its core, is always answering three questions for you. First, who are you? That's authentication.
Right.
Second, what are you allowed to do? Authorization. And finally, what did you do?
Yeah.
Which is all about auditing and monitoring.
And the urgency is it's off the charts. You have organizations trying to meet these really stringent compliance demands, like GDPR, for instance.
Yeah, and with GDPR, it's not just about a secure login. It's about proving data residency, managing specific rights.
Like the right to erasure, it's a huge systemic risk, so you need a systemic solution.
It forces a total shift in security philosophy. You start with user convenience, but you have to move to risk mitigation almost immediately.
Well, let's start there with that user convenience piece. Single sign-on, SSO.
We all love it.
We all love it, right?
Yeah.
Log in once, get into dozens of apps. It cuts down on password fatigue, reduces help desk calls. But for our audience, the interesting part is how it works under the hood.
With protocols like SAML or OAuth.
Exactly. But if that initial authentication system gets compromised, SSO basically becomes a single point of failure for the entire company.
That is the core risk.
Yeah.
And it's precisely why multi-factor authentication, MFA, it's completely non-negotiable now.
So once you're through that door, once that initial trust is set up, the system shifts, right?
It shifts to authorization. This is what decides what you can actually do. It's the difference between, just viewing a file versus being able to delete it.
But if you just put everyone into these broad roles, how do you manage the complexity? I mean, in a huge organization or a multi-cloud setup.
You've hit on the key strategic trade-off. Role-based access control, or RBAC, is simple to start,
It's simple, yeah.
but it gets unmanageable fast. The real strategic move is toward attribute-based access control, ABAC. It's much more complex to set up.
But it gives you that fine-grained control.
Exactly. They can base permissions not just on your job title, but on your location, the time of day, even the health of your device.
And that kind of granular control reminds me of privileged access management, PAM. This is for those really high-power accounts,
The crown jewels, your root accounts, your domain admins.
the ones that can do the most damage.
Right. And the insight with PAM is that it doesn't just gate those accounts. It actively manages them. It uses things like credential vaulting, so a user might not even see the password.
And it grants access only when needed.
That's just-in-time access, yes. The privileges are only granted for a very specific short window of time, and every single action is recorded.
This all sounds like the foundation of zero trust security, the whole never trust, always verify mantra.
It is the operational backbone. If zero trust is the policy, IMS is the technology that actually enforces it. It's constantly re-verifying, constantly applying least privilege, and monitoring in real time.
And all that activity gets tied together by the auditing and compliance component, right?
And this goes way beyond just, ticking in a box for a SOC2 audit after the fact.
It becomes proactive.
It's proactive security. You use those logs, every login, every denial, every permission change, to actively hunt for threats. You're looking for anomalies that might signal a compromise.
You see this in banking, right? Protecting transactions. Or in healthcare with patient data.
Absolutely. In healthcare, unauthorized access isn't just a data breach, it's a massive legal liability. So yeah, IMS is truly foundational. It's not optional anymore.
So we've covered the core components, but where is this all heading? As we move away from these centralized systems, what's next?
I think the future is. Well, it's dynamic and intelligent.
So for everyone listening, I'd say keep a close eye on things like AI-driven identity analytics systems that can spot risk from tiny behavioral changes, and maybe even more disruptive, decentralized identities or DIDs.
The idea that you can manage your own identity.
Exactly. Divorced from any single company or government, that shift in control might be coming a lot faster than we think.